Let's now get somebody who played in Ireland for a very, very long time. He played for the Bulls, and then he went to Munster, and then he became an Irish legend. None other than CJ Stander, the 8th man of Ireland. CJ, welcome to the Final Whistle.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I had to switch positions from the office to the bucky because everyone kept on asking me for tickets. So, yeah.
There's no tickets left, we know that. CJ, just to start, man, you know, Swys, the brain reckons Ireland are now, they should be number 4 in the world.
I heard he said that. I'm not sure if it's Glasgow and the Bulls ahead, 2 and 3. But I'm no, it's a fair point. You know, we spoke before, and then I said if you win the World Cup, you are number 1. So this weekend is going to be a good tester.
CJ, I mean, you've played with a lot of these players currently playing. You know how their mindsets work, etc. Give us more insight on how this Irish team operate. You know, obviously they're a good team, and on any day they can beat any team. I mean, they've beaten a really good side last year at the World Cup, the Springboks. What could go wrong for them on any day when the pressure's on that they can't win those important games?
You know, Breyton, traditionally the team, we normally used to have a lot of structure. We used to play quite a rigid game, and if things didn't go our way, if someone disrupts a breakdown or a maul or a line-out, then 2 or 3 phases are disrupted, and that we used to struggle, or they used to struggle with snapping into an attacking option that they didn't train or they don't know about. You know, so I think disruption was a big thing for them, and that's one thing they fixed. If you look at the bigger games where Ireland tend to struggle, is when there's a bit of dominance from the opposition forward pack. You know, they put the players to the throat, and they put them under pressure, and then suddenly the halfbacks they don't play on the front foot to get that advantage line and actually put those small chip kicks in behind. I think Andy has changed that a little bit, but that's probably still something that's left in that team.
CJ, sorry, Victor. CJ, how's things there? It's a nice bucky. I see nice room space there.
It's nice. It's yeah, exactly. I almost said you said Uganda, so I almost said it.
Yeah, just on that. Just on that one, we spoke about the structure of Ireland from Joe Smith's days through Andy Farrell, and if the structure gets disrupted, that's where they fall down. Now, talking about that, what we saw at Loftus in their tight 5, and I wonder, Victor, how much the Springboks took note of that, the fact that Wilco Lowe did scrum the guys, and he's not even in our top 2 guys. The tight 5 were dominant at Loftus. It's the same field. Is that Victor and CJ asking you the question, what do you think can they do? What do you do if you know the tight 5 is going to pump us? They've got our name, they've got our number, and it's going to be in a long road. What solutions are there? What's the answer?
You know, Swys, with that, looking at that game as well, it was surprising to see that Tig and the rest of the boys got dominated. You know, it's something that the team is not used to. So how you change that is don't give him any set piece. Try to keep the ball alive. But again, if you look at Loftus, you can't keep the ball alive too much, especially when you're not used to the level. You know, so. You know, don't give them any set piece, don't give them any lineouts, because that's where they put a dominant stance on you. They put you down in the scrum. So then you have to start playing and bank on your back line. You know, so guys like Robbie Henshaw, Gary Ringrose, those guys have to step up in the centre. Bunde Aki, I think he did that very well in the quarterfinal. But then people start reading them, you know. So they probably. I don't think it's going to be a case where we're going to have to see. They have to come out and try to dominate, put dominance back into that jersey if they want to win this game at Loftus.
CJ, Victor, yeah, I want to ask more about the rivalry. I mean, before the World Cup, Ireland must have been the number 1 team. I mean, they were fantastic before the World Cup. Now again, 2 Southern Hemisphere teams in the World Cup final. But I mean, they did go over and beat New Zealand in a test series the previous time. How would they feel coming down to South Africa? I don't know if you saw the clips in, I think it was 98, of all the punching between Ireland and South Africa. Will that be their mindset? Say, listen, we're going into their territory. We're standing up. We're Irish. We're proud. We want to get stuck into the South African buggers.
Yeah, actually, someone sent me that clip, Vic. I was laughing for like 10 minutes. You know,
Yeah.
the old game. Look, I know the players, and I'm quite well. A guy like Peter Romani, he's captain. He's obviously going to charge the guys up to almost come out and guns blazing, but still be controlled because there is a big rivalry. If you look at it, we travelled in 2016. We won the game in Cape Town. Then next 2 games we got a good hiding, and it's because we thought it's going to be just a walk on from the next game. So the rivalry is there, and if you've seen the media in the last few days, it's been special. This thing is building up to be an epic test. I can't wait to see it. But again, for me, the team who comes out and puts the first punch down is going to win the game.
CJ, thank you. Just finally, how will Ireland react to Russ's team? Do you think they will maybe, adjust in terms of team selection?
I think that Breyton, they probably trained for a different scenario. If you look at that team, I was not surprised, but there's a few selections that I thought, well, that's quite smart. I think Rusty's picked a fresh team. He's picked a team that's been rested well, and then he's picked obviously a bomb squad pack that can come on and make a difference. So they would have adapted, they would have trained, but again, the team we see from the Irish side is they are the go-to guys, the guys who play all the games. And those are the guys that they bank on and rely on. So, yes, they would have adapted a little bit in the last 2 or 3 days, but not massively. I think their game plan is probably going to be similar to the game Munster played in the URC at Loftus. If they do play something different, knowing Paul O'Connell, I think it's going to be a long day.